Welcome back to the Bluffton News here at Bimmers in Bluffton. With me now is Eddy Funahashi, and he is the national president of BMW Car Club of America. Thank you for being with me, Eddy. Nice to meet you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. On behalf of the 70,000 plus member organization that I represent, it is quite an honor to be here. Thank you very much.
Well, we're so happy that you are here, and we're going to talk a little bit. Chris referenced in our initial segment that you guys have your big show coming up. It's going to be Sunday instead of Saturday, but you have your big show coming up. Tell us a little bit about how that came to be and how it's evolved over the years.
Well, it's been quite an evolution. It started in about 1995, which was a little parking lot show that was held in conjunction with Concours Italiano, primarily an Italian show. A few of us, including myself, had an idea that perhaps we could bring a German influence into the picture. So we started out with what became Legends of the Autobahn in the driving range of the golf course. From that, the evolution evolved, and in conjunction with the BMW Car Club of America, we've transcended the small parking lot shows to where we are now, which is called Legends of the Autobahn, which is a West Coast show originally. It's held during Monterey Car Weekend. You might have heard of Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. You might have heard of, several events. The Laguna Seca Racetrack historic races. And now, if you look on perhaps YouTube or the internet, if you look up Legends of the Autobahn, it kind of gives you a little history as to what we are now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so how did you end up coming here to our Concours?
Oh, coming here, it was quite an honor to be invited by the Hilton Head Concours Committee. They approached us and asked if we would like to put on our show, if you will, on this coast, and we were quite honored, quite taken. And since our national office is in Greer, South Carolina, it became a doable thing. So here we are, it's the weather isn't quite agreeing with us, but
like I said, we're going to keep our fingers crossed that this gets better. We need some better Lowcountry weather for you guys. So before we started filming, you shared with me that you're a third-generation gemologist, which I think is fascinating. So how does a gemologist become the national president of BMW CCA, and how did you get interested?
I get asked that quite a bit because at my business, I am a third-generation jeweler, a certified gemologist, what have you. But in my store, I have few pictures, of course, as we all have as our passion. And people ask me, what are you doing here in Hanford? I see pictures of you and people like Jay Leno and Bobby Rahal, people that are local here. And I explained to them I'm actually the national president of the BMW Car Club of America. And that started from high performance driving. I'm a chief instructor, so I get on the racetrack with approximately 20 to 40 instructors that work with me. And we put people in the car that have never been on a racetrack before, and by the end of that day, hopefully, or the end of the next day, they're pretty seasoned to go on to the next level, or at least they've just discovered a new hobby. Yeah. So.
Okay, so when they first get in the car, they're like holding on for dear life, and then by the end of it, they're like ready to go?
Yeah, we as instructors have fun. We actually like to get them airborne. So when we come into a corner, we do what we call late braking. You wait until the very last minute, slam on the brakes, get them airborne. Then we were out of the corner of our eye, we realize they got the impact. They got the e-ticket ride, as they say in Disneyland. So, yeah.
I think that sounds like fun. I don't know. It sounds a little terrifying at the same time.
It is both. If you want an adrenaline rush, you sit in the driver's passenger seat. If you want to actually learn the fine arts of turning that car rather than get onto a free on-ramp or off-ramp, then you actually become a student of HPDE, which stands for High Performance Driving Education. And that's what got me into this whole situation, this whole club atmosphere. Yeah.
Well, Eddy, it was fascinating meeting you. Thank you so much for sharing your story and sharing about the Legends of the Autobahn. We appreciate it. We've had a great time for this special edition of the Bluffton News here at Bimmers in Bluffton. And I thank you to my production team of Joe Keith, Jeremy Pope, Latia Nelson, and Jessa Jeremiah. I thank my wardrobe sponsor, S.M. Bradford Company and Currents, for today's look. And of course, we thank you, as always, for joining us. And we wish you all the best until we meet again for the next Bluffton News.